from Alma College, number 4, Jarrett Coyne. The catcher tonight is hitting third from Newman University, number 26, Aaron Mack. Batting cleanup and playing center field from Kansas State University, number 3, Kyle Barfield. Hitting fifth and playing left field from Kansas State University, also number 23, Tanner Sheets. Hitting sixth and playing right field from Purdue University, number 29, John Lagar. Hitting seventh and playing first base from Labatt Community College, number 13, Colton Shanker. Batting eighth, there's a designated hitter from Dodge City Community College, number 27, Tanner White. And batting ninth, at second base from the University of Central Oklahoma, number 11, DJ Gasso. The starting pitcher for the Broncos tonight from Abilene Christian, number 22, Garrett Hudson. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please stand, and gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor this great nation and the men and women who are keeping it safe with the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be sung by Riley Madden, a Circle High School freshman. Riley is the daughter of Kyle and Sarah Madden. Sarah is the office manager for Butler Electric Cooperative. Let's hear it for Riley.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars o'er the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now, please direct your attention to tonight's ceremonial first pitch. Tonight's sponsor is Butler Electric Cooperative, provider of electric service in rural areas. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Sorry about that. Please direct your attention to the field for tonight's ceremonial first pitch. Tonight's game sponsor is Butler Electric Cooperative, producer and service of electric service areas in 7 counties in central Kansas. Representing Butler Electric Co-op is Brooks Clevenger. Brooks is the 9-year-old son of Brad and Angie Clevenger. Angie is an administrative assistant and human resources manager at Butler Electric Co-op. Brooks is the first baseman for the Butler Braves. Let it fly, Brooks. Let's play some ball.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. It is time for Broncos baseball on a Sunday night here in El Dorado. Final game of a 3-game series between Dodge City and El Dorado. Good evening, Kurt Caden with you. Nice to have you tuned in tonight here on YouTube and hopefully you were able to hear Riley Madden sing the national anthem. Tried to crank it up as much as I could here on the stream. She always does a marvelous job for us. So we're always grateful that Riley is here to do the anthem. And it's better than her, than Dale or Gina or Gary or myself. Although if the four of us did it, no one person would shine as the real sore spot, I guess. But take a look at tonight's batting order for the Dodge City A's. They'll lead off with really good player Bennett Hostetler. Dakota Connors bats second. Carlos Mosley third. Austin Feist bats fourth. Logan Brown fifth. Zach Weller sixth. Kayamana Souza seventh. Jacob Garcia eighth. And Zach Weiss will bat ninth. For El Dorado out in the field. And we'll try to zoom in on him a little bit. There's Tanner Sheets out in the left field. The center fielder tonight, that's Kyle Barfield. And John Laguerre is out in right field. Around the infield, sorry for that, there we go. Jarrett Coyne is at third. Tyler Bailey, shortstop. Second base tonight is DJ Gasso. And at first base, Colton Schenker. Aaron Mack will be wearing the equipment tonight behind the plate. And pitching tonight for El Dorado, Garrett Hudson. Those are your starting lineups. In the batting order, we are ready for baseball. Garrett Hudson will deal with Hostetler. First pitch swinging right up the middle. Gasso ranges, makes the play over to first. And a much better start defensively for El Dorado tonight than last night when the first ball went through the wickets of Tyler Bailey. Here, Gasso ranges behind second base and retires Bennett Hostetler for one away. Our first pitch temperature tonight, 91 degrees. It feels like 95. Winds are out of the south-southwest at 13 miles per hour. We had a heat index this afternoon right around 105. And still rather warm down on the field. 1 ball and no strikes to Dakota Connors. And the pitch, that's in there, strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike. As we have settled into one of our south central Kansas summer heat pattern. Never surprised when you get about this time of the month and I look at the forecast, and really every day through Saturday, temps in the mid to upper 90s, no chance for rain, and the low temperature never gets any lower than 74 degrees. Here's the 1-2 curveball. This one's lifted out into left field, and ranging over his sheets, he'll camp under it and make the catch. 2 away. So here's Carlos Mosley, the second baseman tonight for Dodge City. Mosley did not play here Friday. Last night he went 2 for 5. Garrett Hudson with a sign. He'll wind and deal, and the first pitch is a little bit high, ball 1. Tonight's pitcher, Garrett Hudson, from right here in El Dorado. He goes to school at Abilene Christian University. 6'1", 215. And the 1-0 pitch, and late on that swing was Mosley. Fouls it off out of play. For Garrett Hudson, his 8th game, his second start of the season. He's 0-2 with a save. He's only gone 10 2/3 this year. 11 hits, 3 earned runs. 3 walks, 11 strikeouts in 10 2/3 innings. And this one's hit out into shallow center field. Barfield coming on, but he will not get there, and it's a 2-out single for Mosley. Sounded like he got it right off the end of the bat and just placed it right out between Bailey and Barfield. So a 2-out single for Mosley, and that'll bring up Austin Feist. Feist last night went 1 for 2 with an RBI, and then he was lifted for Luke Eisty. Feist with the yellow yellow A's jersey, white pants, green socks, and red shoes. I mean, you want to talk about a lot of colors up there at the plate. The A's are in their yellow unis tonight, green numerals and white trim. The Broncos have the black jerseys on with orange numerals and white trim. 1 ball and no strikes to Feist, and the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Look forward to seeing some emails. It was Parents' Weekend. Still some parents remain here for tonight's game, but I know several relatives, as Aunt Sally told me, had to get back to reality. 1 ball and 1 strike in the pitch. It's a little bit outside, 2-1. So does that mean El Dorado is a fantasy world? Happiest place on earth, one of those? Of course, no youth baseball tonight, so the parking lot is empty. This is the only game in town. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Right over the top of that one was Feist. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And inviting a throw is Mosley, and he is back in safely. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mosley down at first after a 2-out single. Hudson's pitch, and this one's going to be sprayed out of play. And Aunt Nancy gets our first email of the night, driving back to Michigan. So they've got their iPhone on and are watching and listening to Bronco baseball as they drive across back home to Michigan. On the move is the runner, and this pitch fouled out of play, so Mosley will have to go back. Thank you, Nancy, for the photo. I was hoping to get that. I got to take my picture with Jarrett Coyne and Josh Riggs last night. Two again, curveball, and this one's hit foul and well out of play into the Bronco bullpen. Hello to Amy Russell, and you are welcome for a little close-up shot of Jarrett Coyne. Amy Russell says, let's go Broncos. That's what we say, too. Trying to take this series. Each team has won a game. The A's won 9-5 here Friday night. El Dorado a 16-6 win last night. That Friday night game was tied at 5 going to the 8th, but Dodge City put 4 runs on the board in that 8th inning, and they win that game 9-5. Here's the 2-2, and this one's hit foul. Looks like it'll stay in play. Schenker coming over. Mack has a play on it and makes a great catch. He overran it a bit. He was able to reach back and make a great catch. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. So after a half inning of play, it's Dodge City 0, El Dorado coming to bat. Great to have you tuned in tonight. Thanks for watching and listening. This is Bronco Baseball on YouTube. Take a look at the Bronco batting order tonight. Tyler Bailey leading off. Jarrett Coyne will bat second. Aaron Mack third. Kyle Barfield fourth. Tanner Sheets bats fifth. John Laguerre sixth. Colton Schenker seventh. Tanner White is DHing tonight, batting eighth. And DJ Gasso bats ninth. And the first pitch to Bailey is inside, ball one. For the A's out in the field, in left field tonight is Austin Feist. Zach Weiss is in center field, and Kaimana Souza in right field. Here's the wind and the deal. The 1-0, that's high, 2-0. Around the infield tonight, Zach Weller again at third base. Hostetler's at shortstop. The second baseman tonight is Carlos Mosley, and at first base, Logan Brown. Catcher tonight, Jacob Garcia, and pitching Hunter Shaw. 2-0 pitch, and Bailey shoots it into left field. A leadoff single for El Dorado. Gary always likes that first hit. Gary Carr has been around here. He's done a lot of baseball. 31 years, right? No, the Broncos have never been no hit. So if you're ever in the stadium, look up and find Gary after the first hit. He does a little Irish jig after each first hit. After that, he settles down. Coyne squared to bunt. Looked like he was actually trying to bunt for a hit. He offered, and it's 0-1. More emails coming in. Be sure to join the highway tonight. CadenBroadcasting@gmail.com. Coyne fouls this one off his backside, and it's 0-2. Julie Riggs and Grant Riggs and the Riggs Army is, they sent me the photo. Yep, they've got their iPhone right in there where their radio is, right across that panel, and they've got the game on, so nice to have you. Wish you were here again, Riggs family, but it was great to meet you, and safe travels as you head back to cooler weather up north. Coyne hits this one in the hole. That's a base hit. Stopping at second is Bailey. That's a good two-strike approach by Jarrett Coyne. So El Dorado with runners at first and second. And here comes the catcher, Aaron Mack. Aaron Mack last night was 1 for 4. He got 4 at-bats in 5 innings, and then Austin Meyer came in to DH for Mack. Back-to-back singles for El Dorado, and Mack fouls off a high fastball, strike one. So no balls and a strike. The pitcher tonight for Dodge City is Hunter Shaw. He's from Mooringsport, Louisiana. And the pitch, Mack shoots it down the left field line. That's a fair ball. That'll go into the corner. Bailey scores. Here comes Jarrett Coyne with a head of steam. He will score easily, and it's a 2 RBI double for Aaron Mack. Beautiful job of hitting there by Mack. And El Dorado jumps out to a 2-0 lead.
Number 3, Kyle Barfield.
Here's Kyle Barfield. Kyle with 7 RBIs in this series. And with Kyle coming up, his Aunt Lynn Donovic from Houston, Texas, watching. Very faithful watcher and listener to our broadcast. So here's her nephew, Kyle Barfield, at the plate. And Barfield looks upstairs at ball 1. Hunter Shaw goes to Bassier Parish Community College. He's 5'7", 150. So it just goes to show the great thing with baseball, doesn't matter your size. If you can play, you can play. We've seen a lot of 6'7", 6'8". Shoot, Josh Riggs for the Broncos is 6'6". Throw back to second base Fortunately for Shaw there, Mosley didn't he was on the verge of vacating the second base area, but stayed in the neighborhood, and Shaw threw it to him. Aaron Mack with a good lead off a second, and time is called. Shaw, his 7th game, his first start of the season. He's gone 9 2/3 innings this summer, 11 hits, 7 runs all earned. And now 2 more added to that. 8 walks and 13 strikeouts. And Barfield hits a slicer out into right center field, and that's over the center fielder's head. Here comes Aaron Mack, and Mack is on his way home. The throw home is late, and it's an RBI double for Kyle Barfield. Aaron Mack actually went back to second because he thought Weiss was going to make the catch. And then he had to reverse ground and start chugging. That's why it was a little closer play at home than you would imagine. So single, double, double, and it's 3-0 El Dorado. And here's maybe the hottest hitter for the Broncos, Tanner Sheets. He's at a home run in each of the first 2 games of this series. Nobody out for the Broncos here in the home half of the first inning. And Sheets looks at it down low, ball 1. Tanner Sheets heading to Kansas State University. He's from Sugar Land, Texas, 5'9", 185. So again, here's a great game of baseball. 5'9" batter against a 5'7" pitcher. And the pitch in the turf, 2-0. So now Sheets can settle in and look for his pitch. So the 2-0 pitch, and that one's low, ball 3. So, boy, the way Sheets has been hitting.
Toby said today he wants him back next year.
I would hope so. The way Tanner's been hitting, I wonder if he gets a green light here. 3 balls, no strikes. And the pitch, he took that big step but didn't pull the trigger. 3 balls and a strike. I'm going to say he was taking. He was looking for a fastball right down the middle, and he got the curveball down the middle. Here's the 3-1, and Sheets, he broke his bat. So he's left with the handle. The barrel of the bat went flying to the left of the Bronco dugout. He didn't make a lot of contact. I think maybe the torque of that snapped it off, so we're going to have a 3-ball, 2-strike count coming up here once Tanner gets some new lumber. Great Bend already on top of Liberal going into the 3rd inning, 2-0. Great Bend looking for a sweep of the BJs. Still a long way to go, but 2-0 Great Bend. We'll see Great Bend here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Here's a 3-ball, 2-strike pitch to Sheets, and Sheets hits it out into center field. Weiss going back, still going back. He makes the catch. Barfield will tag, and he will make it to third easily. So a productive out. We like those. That's one of those where you don't get a sacrifice, but it's as good as a sacrifice. So runner at third, 1 away, and here's John Laguerre. You know, going back to Tanner Sheets, you think about his last 2 flyouts last night, sharp balls hit out into left center field that were caught. That one was deep into center field. He is seeing it well and hitting it well. Laguerre looks at strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. John Laguerre entering play at 247 on the season. A swing and a miss, strike 2. You know, this is where the Broncos cannot afford a strikeout. They just want to get that ball in play here from Laguerre. 3 are in for El Dorado, 3-0 Broncos. And the 0-2 pitch, that's out of the zone, ball 1. Shaw looking in for his sign. He's got it. The pitch. Laguerre, a swing and a miss. Strikeout. Good job by Shaw. That was a good pitch. And a big out for the A's. So now we'll see if El Dorado can come up with a 2-out knock. Doug Bell and I were talking last night after the game about how this team is slowly but surely starting to get some of those big 2-out hits to drive in runs. Something they just couldn't seem to buy in the first 3 weeks of the season. 1 ball and no strikes to Schenker. And the pitch. That one bounces in. Nice job by Garcia to block that one. That easily could have snuck past him and given El Dorado a freebie. 2 balls and no strikes. Schenker, the 7th man to go to the plate for El Dorado here in the first inning against Hunter Shaw. And Schenker looks at strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Schenker fouls off the 2-1, so it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The A's outfield playing straight away. Schenker likes to go the opposite way. See if he shortens up here and just tries to poke it through the hole on the left side. Here's the pitch, and just off the plate. Shaw wanted it. It would have been a pitcher's pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kyle Barfield down at third base. Shaw winds and deals. Here's the 3-2, and a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Shaw when he really needed it. But the Broncos started this game off with 2 singles and 2 doubles. They score 3 times. We go to the second inning, 3-0 El Dorado. Time for the top of the second inning, and Logan Brown will lead it off. And second straight night, the A's have come up in the second inning looking at a deficit. Last night, they led 1-0 after the top of the first, but El Dorado scored 5 in the bottom of the first and led 5-1 and never looked back. And 3 here in the first inning for El Dorado, so giving their starters some runs to work with. No balls and 2 strikes to Logan Brown. The 0-2 pitch to Brown. He fouls it right back at us. Thankful for that netting. Brown last night got to the plate 5 times, 4 official at-bats. He was 0 for 4 with a walk. Good night here Friday night for Brown. And the 0-2. This one's hit towards Bailey at short. Gets a nice hop, sets his feet over to White, or to Schenker, I should say, and that will retire Logan Brown. Here's Zach Weller. Zach Weller last night, 1 for 4 with a walk. Garrett Hudson goes with a slow curve, and that drops in there for strike one. The 0-1 pitch to Weller. Fastball. This one's hit towards third. Coin now couldn't glove it. He had to range over to his left. And he had to get it on trying that short hop. And so it'll be a base hit for Weller.
Number 24, Kayamana Souza.
So Kaimana Souza comes up. Souza, 5'11", 190 from Miliamni, Hawaii. Goes to KU. Left-handed batter is Souza, and a throw over to first. Souza in his 25th game, hitting .295. 95 at bats, 28 hits, and of those 28 hits, 6 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 homers. He's got a lively bat, and he reaches out and fouls this one out of play. So no balls and a strike to Souza. Hudson looks in. Weller with a lead off of first. And the pitch. And tried the corner and got it. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Souza. And he was able to foul this one off. So no balls and 2 strikes it remains as Souza battling. Say hello to Austin Meyer's grandmother, Sue Vane. Said she had trouble staying connected last night. She said it's the pits when the count is full, bases loaded, and the streaming stops. Yeah, I could see that. The 0-2, and Souza fouls this one. This will get out of play. Souza didn't want to risk a called third strike on the outside corner. Grandma Suvane also says, so she went back, internet started working this morning, she went back to watch the archive, and that's a good reminder that all our games are archived. You can go back and watch any part of the game or all of the game if you like, from the beginning of the stream to the end. Every game for the last 3 or 4 years is archived. Trying the outside, good 0-2 pitch by Hudson. He was off the plate, 1-2. So thank you, Sue Vane, for the email. From Florida. Sunny Florida, emailing sunny and warm Kansas. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Souza. And the pitch, this one's hit hard towards the right side and got past Gasso at second base. So Dodge City with back-to-back singles. And that'll bring up Jacob Garcia, the catcher.
Number 22, Jacob.
Good job by Souza. He fought off a couple of tough pitches, and then he got one to his liking, and he shot it through the right side of the Bronco defense. Garcia on the season. This is his 12th game. 38 at bats, 11 hits. So a .289 average for Garcia. And the pitch, that one bounces in. Blocking it is Mack. Quick throw to first. It was a little bit high on the throw. So it'll be a wild pitch on Hudson. A throw down at Jarrett's ankles there. They might have had Weller. But Jarrett, when he had to reach up for the ball, Weller able to slide in easily. So both runners move up. Garcia, 11 hits, 1 double, 1 homer, 8 RBIs. He has struck out 9 times in 38 at-bats. Here's the 0-1, or the 1-0, and that's in there for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away for the A's here in the top of the second inning. Brown grounded out to short. Weller singled and Souza singled, and they both advance on a wild pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Garcia from Hudson. And this one is nubbed off the end of the bat out into right field. That will drop. Laguerre's got it, fires it home, and fortunate for the Broncos that Garcia does not take an extra base. So the first run in. Certainly not a sharp hit, but certainly good enough. So the A's have strung together 3 straight hits. And here's Zach Weiss. (3-1) Broncos, top of the second inning. And Weiss fouls this one off. Well, we certainly learned here Friday night, this A's team just keeps coming back at you. And even last night, fell behind 5-1 after the first. They scored 2 in the second inning to make it 5-3. But once El Dorado scored another 5 to make it 10-3, and then 2 more in the third, it just seemed a little bit of the luster was off, down by 9 last night for the A's. But this is a very capable hitting team, that's for sure. No balls and a strike to Weiss, and the pitch. And this one's a high. Where is it? It's foul. Saw a couple players looking, trying to figure out where that ball was. No balls and 2 strikes. Bennett Hostetler waits on deck for Dodge City. Hudson looking at the outside corner here. Here's the pitch. And Weiss was able to foul it off. No one really indicating to Garcia that it was fouled off, so he does the smart thing, and he was running towards second. I didn't really see either umpire throw their hands up in the air. So 0-2. Hudson yet to record a strikeout here. He's looking for that strikeout pitch here on Weiss. And the pitch. And Weiss able to reach out and just spoil that one. Good protective plate coverage there by Zach Weiss. Off day tomorrow. I imagine every team in our league loves when Sunday night is over and they can get a day off. Everyone back in action on Tuesday, including the Broncos here at home against Great Bend. No balls and 2 strikes to Weiss, and the pitch. And again, able to foul it off. So the bottom of the order coming up with some just battling at bats here. Souza was down 0-2. He was able to get a hit. Here's Weiss, who's fouled off 3 pitches or 4 at the 0-2. Curveball stayed inside, and it's 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes here to Zach Weiss. Hudson takes a deep breath. Here's the pitch. And Weiss fouls. No, he didn't foul it off. He swung and missed. And that is a much-needed strikeout for Garrett Hudson. He had to earn it, that's for sure. So 2 away for the A's. And here's Hostetler. Grounded out to second his first time. Hostetler last night went 3 for 4, scored 3 runs. Here's the first pitch to Bennett, and he fouls it into the netting. Hudson is getting out in front, throwing strikes here tonight. The Hayes Larks leading Hayesville 5-1 in the second inning. That game at Hayesville. The Larks scored 19 runs last night in their win over the Aviators. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bennett Hostetler, 5'11", 190. Calls Bozeman, Montana home. He goes to North Dakota State University. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Hostetler. And the pitch. And this one hit out into right field. That's a base hit and an RBI. Garcia will hold up at second base. So the A's have drawn to within 3-2. And that's 4 hits in the inning for the A's.
Number 3, Dakota Connors.
Dakota Connors DHing tonight. We did not see Dakota last night. On Friday night, he went 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Flew out to left field his first time. Pitch a little low and away. Ball 1. Dakota Connors from Manteca, California, goes to California State University, East Bay. And the 1-0 is low and in, 2-0. Carlos Mosley waits on deck. The 2-0 pitch and hit hard into center field. Here comes Barfield. We're going to have a play at the plate. This throw is offline, and it's cut off. Throw to third. The run has scored, and now Coyne runs the runner back over to Schenker. Now Schenker runs him back. He gives it off to Barfield, and now it's Bailey, and he'll finally tag out a worn-out Bennett Hostetler. So an RBI single for Connors. Hostetler is cut off at third. We'll find out what the winning lottery numbers are from Gary here in a minute. The A's score 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second inning. We're tied at 3 here in El Dorado. Okay, so I don't know if anyone scores at home anymore, but Gary and I are scoring. So the official put out there was 8-3 to 5 to 4 to 8 to 6. 8-3-5-4-8-6. Credit Hostetler there. Certainly the runner Garcia had scored. He didn't need a long run down. Hostetler, though, made the Broncos throw it a couple of times. That's all you can ask as a runner in a spot like that. And eventually he's tagged out. Connors didn't do him any favors because Connors ran down to second base. So Hostetler really didn't have anywhere else to go. First pitch of this second inning to El Dorado's Tanner White was a strike. The second pitch is a strike. So 0-2 for Tanner White. So for the A's, after 1 hit in the first inning, they put 5 on the board, hits that is, in that second inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Shaw looking for that outside corner, just missed, 1-2. Shaw's got to feel a little bit better. His team picked him up, got those 3 runs back that the Broncos scored in the bottom of the first inning. And the 1-2 pitch to White, and that's upstairs and bounced out of the glove of Garcia, 2-2. Tanner White last night went 1 for 5 with a triple, an RBI, and a run scored. So it's 2-2 to Tanner White. White from right here in El Dorado. And the pitch, and that one was a bit high, but close. So 3-2, and Shaw will walk off the mound and gather himself. He thought he had strike 3 on White. And the 3-2, that's outside, ball 4. So Tanner White didn't go fishing. We've seen that, so that's good to see from Tanner, being a little more disciplined at the plate. And here comes DJ Gasso. DJ Gasso was not in the starting lineup last night, but was put in as the Broncos came into bat in the first inning. And he looks at ball 1, and DJ, all he did was come up and have a first inning 2 RBI double. He ended up with 3 hits and 5 trips last night. Look over at first, and White is safe. One ball and no strikes to Gasso, and the pitch, and that's outside. Throw down to first. And a nice job by the first baseman, Brown, to make that catch. He's got his sunglasses on. That's good because he's looking right into the sun. I always think it's great for seeing guys being able to catch balls that are thrown at them when they're looking in the sun. That is no easy chore. It gives the base runner a little bit of an advantage because most times at this time of night we don't see throws down to first base. Big lead by White, not going, and it's 3-0 to Gasso. Well, with DJ Gasso coming on for El Dorado, Mason Goad, boy, he played every game, it seemed like, and even his dad said he was getting a little tired, so Mason's been able to get a few nights off, which is nice for him. Gasso looks at a 4-pitch walk. So right back at the A's are the Broncos here. First 2 aboard, and here comes Tyler Bailey. Bailey, a single and a run scored in the first inning. Weller came over to visit with Hunter Shaw, try to settle him down. Let's see what Bailey's doing here. The corners are in for Dodge City. And Bailey squares around. He bunts it towards third. That's a great bunt. This will be a tough play and no play. Bailey executed a sacrifice beautiful, and he will get a single out of that. Tough play for Shaw. It amazes me, too, in the JL. From pretty much every team, I don't see the third baseman really crashing hard when a bunt is put down. The pitcher to have to field that running towards the El Dorado dugout to pick it up and throw to first is nearly impossible. We've seen it done against El Dorado a number of times this year. Home plate umpire quickly walking out to the plate, or out to the mound as the players were visiting. Garrett Hudson with a lot of pitches in the first inning, but a lot of strikes. Don't know if you can argue that too much. I mean, six balls, 21 strikes for Hudson. Whew. So Jarrett Coyne has the bases loaded. And a high fastball, ball 1. Bases loaded. Looks like the Dodge City infield playing about halfway. And Coyne misses that with a swing over the top. 1 ball and 1 strike. So it'll do. If a ball is hit slowly to short or second, I'm sure they'll charge and go home. But if it's hit sharply, they'll try to turn 2 in the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike to Coyne. A single and a run scored in the first. And Coyne chops this one foul. Hunter Shaw in desperate need of a strikeout here. Jarrett Coyne wants to find some green somewhere. One and two to Coyne, and he's able to hit it towards second base. 4-6 to 3, and that'll be a double play, but the Broncos do get a run. So that certainly, well, for the Broncos, you didn't want a strikeout. Coyne put it in play. Unfortunately for Jarrett, he has good speed, but he hit it right at the second baseman, Mosley, who flipped to Hostetler. So now Mack, and he hits it a mile high out into right field. Drifting over is Souza, and dropped the ball. Souza dropped it. It looked like he was having trouble the whole way, and that will be an error, and the Broncos will gladly take it. So Gasso comes in and scores. No RBI for Mack. That is an error. And I haven't put that fourth run, now the fifth run on the board for El Dorado. So Aaron Mack's at second base. Well, give Shaw, the pitcher, credit. Bases loaded, no outs. He induces a double play. And then what generally would be a routine fly ball. Now the wind is pushing the ball towards center, but Souza was under it. But he seemed to be battling that wind a little bit. And he dropped it. And now here's Barfield. 5-3, El Dorado. So White and Gasso, the 8-9 batters, come around and score for El Dorado. Aaron Mack down at second base. Mosley lingers around the base at second, and the pitch to Barfield upstairs, 2-0. Kyle now with 8 RBIs in this 3-game weekend series. Two balls and no strikes to Kyle Barfield, the Kansas State Wildcat. And the pitch, that's, a high strike. 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike here to Barfield. He'll dig in and look to battle here now. And the 2-1, that's outside. Good job of trying to frame that by Garcia, but he had to reach way outside and yank it back over the plate. So the 3-1 pitch coming here to Barfield. And the pitch, and Kyle hits it sharp down the third base line, gloved by Weller. His throw across the diamond is picked over there at first by Brown, and Barfield is retired. El Dorado scores 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 big error, and 1 left after 2 complete. El Dorado 5, Dodge City 3. This is Bronco Baseball on YouTube. Well, the Broncos score 3 in the first. Dodge comes back and gets 3 in the top of the second. El Dorado answers with 2 in the bottom of the second. So 5-3 Broncos as we head to the third inning. 3, 4, and 5 up for the A's, and that's led off by Carlos Mosley. And the first pitch skips in for ball 1. Mosley's average is at .444. 13th game, 20 for 45. 20 hits, 5 doubles, a triple, and a homer. Carlos really loads up nicely on the back and has got his momentum going the right way when that pitch is coming home. 2 balls and no strikes. And he's able to hold up 3-0. Hudson misses, so a 4-pitch walk to Mosley. So here come the A's. The 1-2-3 inning that Gary and I had our fingers crossed for. I guess we still could get it if Feist could maybe roll into a double play here. Feist popped out to Aaron Mack, who made a really nice catch. Overran the ball a little bit at that catcher position, but was able to reach back and make a nice grab. First pitch, and Feist swinging, fouls it off. No balls and a strike. Butler Rural Electric is our sponsor here tonight. So we appreciate so many great sponsors in this community of El Dorado. Hudson had him leaning, but it wasn't a big lead by Mosley at first, but he was caught on the wrong foot for a moment. But he's able to get back relatively easily. No balls and a strike. And the pitch, and Feist hits it a mile high into foul territory, ranging over his Sheets. Sheets has a room, and he couldn't make the catch. Really negotiating that fence, just protecting the Bronco bullpen. He came a long way. So no one on the second strike on Feist. It almost looked like he had a slick spot out there because all of a sudden he appeared to be on skates for a moment. So no balls and 2 strikes. And throw over to Mosley. He is back. Throw, I should say, over to Schenker, and Mosley is back. And Mosley quickly back off with a lead. I thought Garrett might quickly throw it back to Colton. No balls and 2 strikes to Austin Feist. Hudson holds and then throws over to first. 5-3 in favor of El Dorado here in the bottom of the second inning, top of the third inning. Mosley again, not a huge lead. And the pitch from Hudson, and a swing and a miss. On the move is Mosley. He's going to get down there. It's a strikeout of Feist. Looked kind of like a wild one. I thought it was low, but... So is it a stolen base or a wild? It is a wild. So Mosley down to second with 1 away. Here's Logan Brown. Brown grounded out to Tyler Bailey at shortstop his first time. And the pitch, and a good cut, but a miss by Brown. No balls and a strike. American flag blowing, winds out of the south. More often than not, that's the case here during the summer months. And the 0-1 from Hudson. Squaring is Brown. Pulled it back, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Logan Brown, a .362 hitter coming in. 26th game of the season. 94 at-bats, 34 hits. 6 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 Long balls for Logan Brown. Pitch from Hudson, and this is fouled out of play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Brown. Waiting on deck, Zach Weller. Hudson won a new sign. He's got it from catcher tonight, Aaron Mack. And the pitch from Hudson, and this one's hit out into right field. Laguerre going back to the track, and Laguerre's got it. Mosley will tag, and that's a second out of the inning for Dodge City. Didn't look like Brown. It looked like Brown was a little out in front of that one. That just shows how strong he is. He was able to hit it a long ways, really without getting his lower half into that. That was mainly all arms. So over to third base is Mosley, 2 away. And the A's will look for a 2-out knock from Zach Weller. He's singled and scored in the second inning. Hudson will go from the windup. The high right leg kick or the left leg kick, I should say, is what Garrett Hudson does. He gets out in front 0-1 on Weller. Single had to feel good for Zach after a rough night here last night at the plate. Here's the 0-1. Curveball. Nice job by Mack. A lot of pressure on the catcher now. Hudson likes to throw that curve down in the turf. 1 ball and 1 strike to Weller. And the 1-1. This one's inside, and that's going to get away from Mack, and the Broncos give one away. Pass ball will go against Mack, and Mosley will walk on in. So 2 balls and a strike. And the A's backed within 1 now, 5-4. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch from Hudson, that one's right in there for strike 2. I'm surprised that pitchers throw as many curveballs as they do with a runner at third. Here's the 2-2. And again a fastball, and he blows him away. So after the curveball in the turf, comes back with back-to-back fastballs to strike out Weller. 1 run on no hits for Dodge City. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning, 5-4 Broncos. Tanner Sheets to lead it off for El Dorado here in the home half of the third inning. First pitch swinging right down to Weller at third. Takes a couple of steps. Good strong throw to first, and Sheets is retired. And that'll bring up John Laguerre. Or as Mom Sharon says, Johnny. Johnny Laguerre coming up. John Laguerre from St. Charles, Illinois. Goes to Purdue University. mentioned earlier, Great Bend was up 3-0 on Liberal. Here's Laguerre, first pitch swinging, and he shoots it through the right side. And that's a one-out single for El Dorado. And that'll bring up Colton Schenker. Schenker 0 for 1, struck out his first time. So Great Bend, who won the first 2 games with Liberal, they were up 3-0. Liberal tied it at 3, and then Great Bend scored 3 after Liberal tied it. So it's 6-3. The Great Bend, what are they, the Bat? Not even sure what their nickname is. Bat Cats. Just like K-State. 1 ball and no strikes. Here to Schenker. Throw over to first. Laguerre has been frisky, to say the least, over at first base, getting big leads. Schenker at the plate. Laguerre over at first. Schenker has seen his average drop to 241. He had a good roll going and run into a couple of tough games, so he'll look to turn that around here tonight. 87 at-bats, 21 hits, 2 doubles out of those 21 hits, 11 RBIs, and Schenker hits it hard right at the first baseman. Great play down there, throw to second, and Laguerre is safe. What a great play by Brown at first base. Colton couldn't have hit it much harder. So 2 away for El Dorado, and Tanner White will come up. White singled and scored in the second inning. And now Hostetler and Shaw with a word behind the pitcher's mound. So Tanner White, the El Dorado native, goes to Butler County Community College. Hostetler's going to linger right around Laguerre there at second base. And the pitch to White, and he lifts this one out into center field. Here comes Weiss coming in, still coming, and a little jump and catch there by Weiss. And that'll finish off the Broncos in the third. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. After 3 complete, Broncos 5, A's 4. Kaimana Souza to lead things off here for
Number 24, Kaimana Souza.
for the Dodge City A's here. Top of the 4th inning. 0-3-1 through the first 3 innings for Dodge City. No runs in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third. And Souza first pitch swinging. Long way to go for Schenker. Now Hudson's going to take control, and he overran it. Schenker was playing a deep first base with the left-hander Souza up there. He had a long way to come. Hudson was waiting for him, and then Garrett decided to take over and came on too hard and overran it. No balls and 1 strike to Souza. And the pitch, and a swing and a miss, strike 2. Well, Grandma Sue Vane, who's watching Austin Meyer, with a question. I'm going to say it in the direction of Gary Carr here. Sue Vane wants to know if we can explain why so many broken bats. Swing and a miss in the turf. Mack will throw down to first as they're chasing after Souza. And that is the first out. Yeah, I mean, other than their wood bats, these guys usually hit with aluminum bats at the college level. So, you know, I don't know. You watch a Major League game, you'll see a good amount of bats broke. Slimmer handles. You know, back in the 70s and the 80s, the handles were ginormous, and you didn't see as many broken bats. But now guys like the smaller handles. They feel like they can get a little more torque on it when they're swinging. So smaller handles, maybe a little bigger barrel. And a lot of good pitchers, too, that if well located, if locating their pitches, they can sometimes induce some of those broken bats. See so many times guys getting jammed or whatnot. I mean, you can really saw off a batter. So, but other than that, I don't know if Gary are really actually wood experts or tree experts, so I'm not sure. There's probably a better explanation, but that's what we got. 2 balls and 1 strike, but I appreciate the email. So a 2-1 pitch coming here to Garcia. In the turf, 3 balls and a strike. To the catcher, Jacob Garcia. RBI single in the first, came around and scored the tying run at the time. And the 3-1, that's in there for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Neither bullpen working. 5-6-0 for El Dorado, 4-6-1 for Dodge City. And the 3-2, and hit out to shortstop. Bailey's got it. Takes a couple of hops over to first, and they'll retire Garcia. 2 away, and here comes Zach Weiss.
Number 11, Zach Weiss.
Broncos enjoying the home stadium. They've won 4 of their first 5 on this 9-game homestand. And the first pitch to Weiss. First pitch swinging, fouls it out of play. So it's 0-1. Again, the Broncos off day tomorrow. Great Bend is here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Next weekend, Broncos at Hayesville. Curveball just missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. And again, those of you not familiar with our area, Hayesville not far, so that's not an overnight trip to Hayesville. They'll go back and forth all 3 days. 2-1 now to Weiss. But then they go to Hayes to finish off the season. That is a good ways away. Two balls and a strike to Weiss, and the pitch missed. 3-1. And the 3-1, and that's outside, ball 4. So a 5-pitch walk to Weiss. And here comes Bennett Hostetler.
Bennett Hostetler.
So I was looking at some information from the NCAA and talking about 5-year sport participation trends from 2011 till 2016. Here comes the first pitch to Hostetler. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. And he hits it out to second base. Gasso's got it. He'll go over to first, and Hostetler's retired. I'll tell you more about that research in the next half inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, 5-4 Broncos. Mason Goad is going to come in and hit for DJ Gasso. And Mason, first pitch swinging, and he hits it to the second baseman, Mosley, who makes the catch.
Oh, he's going to dodge. You're right. I've been waiting for confirmation on that.
Bailey.
So Gasso hit it decently, but gotcha. But lines out to the second baseman, Mosley. One away, and here's Tyler Bailey, and he looks inside at ball one. So the 5-year participation trends, this is a little bit skewed, but the number one sport on the boys' side that's had the biggest jump, the biggest change in participation for the positive is fencing. Fencing. Now, it went from 1,925 to 2,196, so not a big sample size of fencing. I didn't know there was high school fencing. Volleyball and track and field, or indoor track and field, are really the two with the biggest numbers and the biggest jump. Baseball has stayed about the same. The participation rate is up 3.1% in high school baseball over the last 5 years. Here's the 2-2 to Bailey, and that nearly grazed him. 3-2. The biggest drop, interesting, is for boys is gymnastics, and it's a drop of nearly 20%. 3-2 pitch outside, ball four. On the girls' side, gymnastics is down 7%. Now, the biggest jump on the girls' side in sports, and again, a very small sample size, but rifle, high school rifle. The NRA probably likes that. Here's the first pitch to Jarrett Coyne. That's in there for strike one. Do you really? Dale Short's 11-year-old grandson does fencing, so fencing is picking up steam. I wonder how many states offer fencing. So the top 5 on the boys' side in change for the positive: fencing, then volleyball, indoor track and field, lacrosse, and soccer. And then water polo.
I don't know whether I like fencing. I'm on the fence.
You're on the fence about fencing? Dale is stuck. I tell you, these guys are pretty punny here tonight. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Coyne, and he hits it sharply, but not at Mosley at second. Over to Hostetler for 1. Play at first, safe. I'll tell you, it was close at second whether Hostetler touched the bag, but I think he did. And then a close play at first, so the base umpire got tested twice there. So Coyne reaches on a fielder's choice. And here's Aaron Mack. Mack had a 2 RBI double down the left field line in the first inning. And then hit a high fly ball out into right, which turned into right center field that Souza dropped, and that allowed a run to score for El Dorado. Which, still early in this game, but that's a big run because that was the 5th run for El Dorado, and they lead 5-4. No balls and a strike, and Max swing and a miss, strike 1. So the five bottom sports that have been losing the most in participation, let's do 6. Tennis, golf, boys rifle, wrestling, alpine swimming, and gymnastics. Mm-hmm. How many high schools offer alpine skiing? Mack goes down the left field line, fouled. And in fact, 5,000 high school boys currently participate in alpine skiing. Did I say alpine swimming? That's a new sport. Mack hits the 2-strike pitch out to center field. Weiss has a beat on it and makes the catch, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We're through, 4 complete. Broncos 5, A's 4. Bronco baseball here on YouTube. Top of the 5th inning. A's trail 5-4. Here's Dakota Connors, 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI. And he looks at strike 1 from Hudson. And much like last night, after a couple of busy early couple of innings, the pitchers have settled in a little bit and are starting to take control. We had 8 runs of the 8 of the 9 runs scored tonight were scored in the first 2 innings. 1 run scored in the last 2 innings. 1 ball and 1 strike to Connors. And he taps this one foul. Whoop. There we go. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The wind and deal from Hudson, and nice job by Connors to reach out and spoil that pitch. So it remains 1-2. Our email address, cadenbroadcasting@gmail.com. The email's been a little slow tonight. Two balls, 2 strikes. And this one's bounced out to Bailey at short. Throws it in the turf, and it gets past Schenker, and that'll allow Connors to go to second base. So that'll be an error on Tyler Bailey. He looked like he rushed that throw. I think he thought Connors was going a little harder down there. Not that Dakota wasn't running hard, but... So runner at second base for Carlos Mosley. So the Meyer family Ann Meyer has the rooster Mo wanting to know if Austin Meyer is playing tonight. Well, he's not in the lineup yet, but I got a picture of the rooster. So thank you for that photo and email, and hope Mo is doing fine. No balls and a strike, and this one's hit out into left center field. This will tie the game. Coming around easily to score is Connors on the air, and it's a stand-up double for Mosley. Like I said, he really just loads up nicely and has a good swing through the zone. So this game tied at 5. And here comes Austin Feist. El Dorado led 3-0. Dodge City tied it at 3. Then the Broncos led 5-3. Dodge City has tied it here at 5, and they want to see if they can jump out on top here tonight. Feist 0 for 2, popped out to the catcher Aaron Mack, and then struck out. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Feist. Feist on the season, hitting .346. He's driven in 25. Long look in. And time called by Feist. Austin Feist from Burns, Oregon, goes to St. Martin's University. And on the move is Mosley, and this pitch is lined into right center field. That will score Mosley easily. And the A's are just trading places at second base. An error allowed Connors to second. Mosley doubled him in, and now Feist doubles in Mosley. So the A's take the lead for the first time tonight, 6-5. Their first lead since they took the lead in the 8th inning here on Friday night. Mac's going to go visit. El Dorado has some action in their bullpen. Let's see if I can get a number. Number 6 warming up down in the bullpen. John Steiger warming up. Look down there to see if he's ready, and it looks like they're going to Steiger right now. So Garrett Hudson's night is over. He can only lose it. We'll tell you about John Steiger in a moment. Pitching change for El Dorado. They trail 6-5 here on YouTube. Logan Brown coming up for the A's. John Steiger will take the hill for the Broncos. His 9th game of the season. He has 4 starts. And this one's hit up the middle off of Steiger's glove over to Goad and to first. And Schenker able to touch the bag to retire Brown. So that's a 1-4-3 putout. And over to third base is Feist. Here comes Zach Weller, the third baseman. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. And the first pitch, Mack able to block that one, 1-0. Steiger with an ERA of 8.09, or 8.69, I should say. 19 2/3 innings of work, 19 earned runs given up, 15 walks, 9 strikeouts. That curveball just missed, 2-0. And Steiger with a 0-win, 2-loss record. This one's hit off the end of the bat towards Goad at second. It'll score a run. And the out retired at first base. So an RBI ground out for Zach Weller. And Dodge City has scored 3 times here in the inning. It started off with an error.
That's right. That makes that unearned.
So an unearned run. So close the book now on Garrett Hudson. 7 runs given up. I'm not sure. We'll find out how many earned. And here's Souza. 1 ball and no strikes to Kaimana Souza. And he hits it down the right field line. That's a fair ball. And Souza, it makes the turn. He's on his way to second. Laguerre with the throw. But Souza is in there for the 3rd double of the inning for the Dodge City A's. So Jacob Garcia will step in. 7-5 A's. So here is Garcia. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. Looks at strike one. No balls and a strike. 2 away for the A's here in the 5th. And the curveball misses. Ball 1. It was certainly low when the catcher caught it, but it looked like it went across in the zone. Nonetheless, 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Garcia. Jacob Garcia from Albuquerque, New Mexico, goes to the University of Northern Colorado. 1-2 pitch. Miss, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Fastball hit towards Bailey at short. Takes it on a in-between hop over to first and retires Garcia. But 3 doubles in the inning. 3 runs, 3 hits. It was all started with the error. 1 left. We're halfway through. Here from El Dorado. Dodge City 7, El Dorado 5. So for the first time tonight, El Dorado, and actually for the first time, for the first time tonight, El Dorado will come up to the plate behind. 7-5 Dodge City after their 3-run 5th inning. Kyle Barfield will lead it off for the Broncos, 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI tonight. First pitch from Shaw, and that caught the inner third, and it's strike 1. Kyle Barfield out of College Station, Texas. Goes to Kansas State, and this one misses. 1 ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1, and that one hit Barfield.
Number
18th time this season El Dorado's been hit by Dodge City pitching. So Barfield down to first. A painful trek down to first. He was hit last night on the hand. And here's Tanner Sheets. 0 for 2. His fly out to center was deep center. And then he grounded out the third. And the first pitch nowhere close. Ball 1. Throw over to first. Barfield's back.
Time for his home run.
Tanner Sheets, just 5'9" at the plate, but plenty of pop. And high and away, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Tanner Sheets. 7-9-1 for Dodge City. Throw over to first. Barfield's back in. Five, 6-1 for El Dorado. And the 2-0, and that's outside, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes to Tanner Sheets. And the pitch, and that's way outside. So a 4-pitch walk after Barfield was hit by a pitch. And El Dorado with runners at first and second and nobody out. Johnny Laguerre coming up for the Broncos. The infield will gather to see what they want to do here. And the A's started getting some guys loosened up down in the bullpen. And Brock Noten is the one down there going to start warming up. We saw Brock here on Friday night. So after the infield meets, now the manager will walk out. Noten is just beginning throwing.
Well, fans, I think the players are still down here in the front selling 50-50 tickets. You bet. Good job, guys. You're doing well. Good sale. Anyway, there's 3 tickets for $1 or 10 tickets for $2, so get a bunch.
And now the umpire will go out and break it up. The A's doing as much as they can to give Noten time to get loose. A group infield meeting, then a group infield meeting with the manager. So Barfield down at second, Sheets at first, and here's John Laguerre. The corners are already pinching in for Dodge City. Laguerre 1 for 2 tonight with a single, and he's not showing bunt, and he looks at ball 1. Colton Schenker waiting on deck for El Dorado. And the 1-0. Low, and that one gets past the catcher. And so the Broncos get to move the runners up without doing anything. Wild pitch. So 2-0 now to Laguerre. Tying runs in scoring position for the Broncos. The sun has set. 7 in a row actually out of the zone. If you count Barfield getting hit and taking all the way Laguerre, and he looks at strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike to Laguerre. And that one in the zone for strike 2. That was a good pitcher's pitch right there. So now 2-2 to Laguerre. Barfield at third, Sheets at second. And Laguerre hits it out into right field. Mosley's got the catch. Barfield will try to score. The throw is going to be up the line, and Barfield will score. And moving over to third base is Tanner Sheets. So an RBI sacrifice fly for Laguerre. And it's 7-6. Mosley was playing in the perfect spot there. Didn't have to move much. Got his momentum going forward, but his throw went up the line, and Kyle Barfield runs well, too. So 1 away. And here's Schenker, and he'll look at ball 1. Schenker hits it up the middle. That'll score a run. Ranging over is the second baseman, Mosley. That's a great play. That was Souza, I should say, in right field earlier. Looked at my score sheet wrong. So an RBI ground out for Schenker. Nice play by Mosley. And the hit by pitch and walk come back to hurt Dodge as the Broncos have tied it up. So Tanner White, I'll see if he can get it going again. Tanner White will be going to Dodge City Community College in the fall. And looks at ball 1. White is 1 for 2, and a run scored in the second. Flew out to center field as last time. And the 1-0, and he hits it out into deep center field. Weiss going back towards the wall, and he leaps and makes the catch. White gave it a nice ride. Weiss able to run it down. El Dorado scores 2 times on no hits. No errors and nobody left. After 5, we're tied at 7. So Zach Weiss will lead it off here for Dodge City. Both starters are off the hook, Shaw and Hudson. Well, Shaw is still in the game, but I'm guessing he's going to be coming out here in a second. Tied here at 7, and a first pitch pop out by Weiss to the first baseman, Schenker. So Bennett Hostetler will come up with 1 away. Hostetler is 1 for 3 tonight, a couple of groundouts to second, and an RBI single.
Number 6, Bennett Hostetler.
Leadoff batter. Bennett has batted leadoff all 3 nights. Played shortstop, a solid shortstop for Dodge. Curveball by Steiger in there for strike 1. Noten warming for Dodge. I would imagine we'd see him in the bottom half of this inning. Steiger's curveball stayed upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Steiger working quickly. Here's the 1-1. This one's grounded towards third. Jarrett Coyne's got it. Fires over to first to retire Hostetler. 2 away, and here comes another good hitter for the A's, Dakota Connors. It was Connors who grounded to Bailey at short, and the throw got past Schenker and started off a 3-run 5th inning for the A's. And he looks at ball 1 as that one bounces in to Aaron Mack. Thanks, as always, to El Dorado Building Systems Incorporated and Brad and Roxanne Cool at 1216 West 6 here in El Dorado. Here's the 1-0, and that's low, 2-0. Brad and Roxanne Cool at El Dorado Building Systems Incorporated. They are the leaders in today's metal building market. And now 3-0 to Connors.
That's right.
Here comes the 3-0. That one's piped right down the middle. 3 balls and a strike. So Connors will now go to work. Way ahead here in the count. And the pitch. And this one's hit towards Goad over his glove and into right center field. Connors on his way to second base. Barfield will field it out on the track. So another double for the A's.
Number 13, Carlos Mosley.
So a 2-out double. And here comes sound like a broken record, another good hitter, Carlos Mosley. 2 for 2 tonight, 2 runs scored and an RBI. And Mosley, first pitch swinging, bounces it to Bailey. Bailey's throw to first is in time, and the Broncos retired a couple of really good hitters in that inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, tied at 7. Mason Goad to lead things off for El Dorado. Gasso started, had an at-bat, or went to the plate. He walked and scored in the 2nd inning, and then Goad came in to hit in the 4th inning, and he lined out to the second baseman. So Mason 0 for 1, and he'll face a new pitcher in Brock Noten. And Noten in there for strike 1. Noten in his 14th game of the season, 22 1/3 innings of work. Here's the 0-1. Mason hits it towards third. Nice pick on by the third baseman Weller, and the throw on the run to retire Goad. Terrific play by Weller. First off, the hop was not easy. Tried to get it on the big hop and had to settle for the short one. He gloved it. And then with his momentum coming home, he threw an accurate throw to first. So 1 away, and here's the leadoff batter, Tyler Bailey. Bailey's 2 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And he looks at strike 1. Noten has given up 20 hits in his 22 1/3 innings of work, just 6 earned runs, 9 walks, 21 strikeouts. He's 3-0 with a save. And he's close there, 1 ball and 1 strike. Noten got the win here Friday night in the 9-5 Dodge City win. Bailey swings and misses, strike two. And Noten working quickly. He's ready to go. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tyler Bailey. And the pitch, Bailey puts it in play. Hostetler ranges to his right, now throws, and that throw is getting away from the first baseman, Brown, and Bailey will end up at second base. An error will be charged to the first baseman.
Yes.
So Bailey goes into scoring position. And here's Jarrett Coyne. Jarrett Coyne tonight, 1 for 3, singled and scored in the first inning, hit into a 4-6-3 double play in the second, and then nearly hit into another 4-6-3 in the fourth inning. Coyne fouls this one off. Strike one. So Hunter Shaw tonight goes 5 innings, gave up 7 runs, 6 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and he hit a batter. 2 of his walks came around to score. The hit batter came around to score. Here's the 0-1, and that one drops in nicely. Good pitch by Noten. It's 0-2. Jarrett Coyne against Noten on Friday night was 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch and struck out. And the 0-2, high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mosley lingers around second, and now the pitch. And Coyne able to just reach out and smack that one foul. We'll do it again. For Dodge, Feist is in left, Weist in center, and Souza is in right. Weller, Hostetler, Mosley, and Brown on the infield. Mosley trying to keep Bailey close, and Coyne had something fly into his eye. Here comes the 1-2. And Coyne able to hold up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Liberal now leading Great Bend 8-7 going into the 7th. They're having quite a battle there. I saw one of the BJs tweet that they would give anything for some arms. So I don't know if they've had some guys maybe leave the team. Fastball with a lot of zip on it. That's in there for strike 3 against Jarrett Coyne. So here's Aaron Mack. 1 for 3 tonight. A 2 RBI double in the first. Reached on a Souza fielding error and flied out to center field, deep center field. And now Hostetler tries to keep Bailey close, off speed, misses, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Noten, like I said, working quickly. Here's the 1-0. In the turf, nice stop by Garcia back there, 2-0. So Mack will be looking for his pitch here, 2-0, coming from Noten. Bailey reached on an error. He's at second base with 2 away in the Broncos 6th. We're tied at 7. And that one in there. Seen the A's a lot of times on 2-0 pitches. Shaw and now Noten go with the curveball, and they're hitting the strike zone. They're not piping one for the batter. 2 balls and a strike. And Mack way out in front there, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for El Dorado. Aaron Mack goes to Newman University in Wichita. Here's the 2-2. Curveball. Mack got under it. Will it stay in play? Weller coming over. He's got room, and Weller makes the catch. And that retires the Broncos. They can't take advantage of the air. No runs, no hits. 1 air, 1 left. We go to the 7th, tied at 7. So we head to the 7th inning, tied at 7. And the Broncos make a pitching change. It's Mitch McIntyre. 10th game for Mitch. He has 5 starts and now 5 relief appearances. 28 1/3 innings of work, 31 hits, 11 earned runs, 10 walks, and he leads the team with 31 strikeouts. And he's greeted with a first pitch single out into left field. Sheets has it, and a sharp single for Feist to lead off the 7th. McIntyre with a 1-1 record on the season. So here comes Logan Brown. Brown 0 for 3 tonight. Brown swinging, rolls it slowly to second. Goad able to field it, and that will retire Brown, but it advances Feist. Mason was really trying to avoid the runner there. Mason's got the all the room to work there. If the runner runs into the fielder, then the runner's out. So pinch hitter Weller will exit, and here is Tucker Rohde hitting for the A's. Rohde is from North Dakota State University. home of Scottsdale, Arizona, and he swings and misses, strike one. So Weller's night is done. He went 1 for 3. Long look in by McIntyre. Now he's got his sign. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Rhodey, a .359 hitter on the season. Played here Friday night. 78 at bats. Check that he played here last night. 1 ball, 1 strike. And low, 2-1. Rhodey last night went 0 for 3. 2 balls and a strike. And this one's outside, ball 3. So 3-1. Souza waiting on deck. And Souza's 2 for 3 tonight. 7-11-2 for Dodge, 7-6-1 for El Dorado. Here's a 3-1 and fouled in nearly into the El Dorado dugout. Garrett Glass warming up for El Dorado down in the pen. Full count. To Rhodey. McIntyre agrees with Mack. Here comes the pitch. And the curveball in there for strike 3. Froze Rhodey. So 2 away. And here comes Kaimana Souza. Singled and scored in the second, struck out in the fourth, and doubled in the fifth. And Souza grounds it towards first. McIntyre picks it up, and Mitch will just take it himself to eliminate Souza. So the leadoff single from Feist doesn't hurt El Dorado. It is time to stretch here at McDonald Stadium. We're tied at 7 on YouTube.
Bottom of the 7th.
4, 5, and 6 coming up for El Dorado here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Kyle Barfield. Barfield, 1 for 2 with a RBI double, and he was hit by a pitch, came around and scored in the 5th inning. And Barfield looks at strike 1. Hello to Randy Meyer watching tonight. Says the feed's been a little crackled. Sorry about that. And the 0-1, Barfield fouls it off and quickly in a hole, 0-2. John Reuter, nice to meet John last night. He's the father of manager Toby Reuter. Appreciated John coming in and shaking hands with him. They're watching the game tonight. They wish they were here at McDonald Stadium. We got a good one here, 7-7. 0-2 here to Barfield. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout to start off the 7th for Noten. So here comes Tanner Sheets.
Number 23, Tanner Sheets.
Tanner Sheets tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. He looks at strike one. So Noten is pounding the strike zone right now. And the 0-1, just a little bit outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Second baseman Mosley shading a little bit up the middle here against Sheets, and he swings and misses. Strike 2. Tanner Sheets homered here Friday night, homered again last night. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Sheets. And he broke his bat. Slow roller out to Hostetler. He's got it. Quick exchange over to first, and they retire Sheets. Two away for the Broncos, and here's John Laguerre. Laguerre's sacrifice fly in the 5th inning made the score 7-6. After him, Colton Schenker had an infield ground out that tied the game. Laguerre 1 for 2 tonight. And the first pitch upstairs, ball 1. Setting up on the outside is Garcia, and that pitch is right where he was set up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two away for El Dorado here in the 7th. Nice to have the folks from the Dam Music Festival here tonight. That's coming up July 28th and 29th at El Dorado Lake. And this looked like a slider that missed. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. And Laguerre swings and misses. 2-2. Garrett Glass still warming up for El Dorado. The Dodge City bullpen is quiet. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for El Dorado. And the 2-2, little inside, 3-2. Colton Schenker waiting on deck for the Broncos. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. And that one's bouncing in. Garcia trying to find it, and he does. Laguerre hustling down to first, but he'll stay there. So a walk for Laguerre. As Colton Schenker steps in. He's 0 for 3 with an RBI tonight.
Number 13, Colton Schenker.
A 2-out walk for the Broncos. Mentioned Schenker's average earlier, 241 coming in. Throw over to first, and Laguerre's back in safely. Noten's pace slowing up a bit. Laguerre trying to get some of those turf monsters out of his eyes. Laguerre's ready to go at first base. Schenker ready to go at home. Quick throw over to first. And Laguerre's back safely. We've seen the A's do that quite a bit this weekend, those quick throws over to first. Laguerre's lead out to the cutout. And Laguerre, big secondary lead. He hustles back, and 1 ball, no strikes to Schenker. Laguerre really giving Noten something to think about over at first. And the pitch, that's in there for strike 1. Good slow curve there by Noten. Here's the 1-1. Laguerre on the move. Throw down to second, and Laguerre is safe. So a stolen base for John Laguerre. One ball, 2 strikes to Schenker. And Noten again steps off. He's got his sign. Here comes a 1-2 to Colton Schenker. And that stayed outside, 2-2. A single here could give El Dorado the lead back. Broncos led 3-0 and 5-3, trailed 7-5. And we're all tied up here at 7 in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch to Schenker, and he hit it hard, but right at the first baseman. He gobbles it up. That's Brown over there, and he'll make the play. And that's the second time tonight Schenker has grounded out to the first baseman. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We are through 7 complete, tied at 7. So the Broncos Get an inning from Mitch McIntyre. 2 innings from Steiger. He gave up 2 hits but no runs. McIntyre gave up 1 hit, no runs. And now Josh Crosby will hit for his catching counterpart, Jacob Garcia. Crosby from Washburn University. And the first pitch is hit towards short. Actually, Coyne's going to cut in front, and his low throw picked out of there by Schenker. So 5-3 on the putout, and 1 away. Avery Reed-Miller from Wichita goes to Newman University. So we've got a Newman University battery there with Mack and Reed-Miller. And here's Zach Weist. 0 for 2 with a walk here tonight. First pitch from Reed-Miller misses, ball 1. Twelfth game of the year for Reed-Miller, 24 1/3 innings of work. 31 hits and 21 earned runs given up. Weist hits this one. It's going towards the dugout, and Schenker couldn't catch up to it. Reed-Miller with a 1-2 record. He has 1 save on the season. 10 walks, 16 strikeouts. Mack and Reed-Miller trying to get on the same page here. A lengthy visit. The umpire was ready to come out. Weiss fouls this one towards the right side, not a play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hello to Mike and Becky Capps. Got to meet them from Smithville, Missouri. They're back home. They enjoyed Parents' Weekend and really enjoyed Sam's foster family, Stan and Debbie Green. Thanks for the email, Mike. It's good to meet you guys. And Weist again able to slap this one foul and out of play. Julie Riggs says they're on the edge of their seats, so they had to stop for the night, and they're watching the game very intently. And, I see the hotel room, the big TV, and they've got their tablet right out in front. Papa Bob, who was nice to see him here. Recognized him along with all the other veterans here last night. Here's the 2-2. This one's a chopper out to Goat at second. And throws out Weist for the second out. Thanks for the photo, Julie. There's a look at Papa Bob watching the game. Love it. So 2 away for Dodge here in the top of the 8th inning, and it's Bennett Hostetler. 1 for 4 tonight. 3 groundouts on the infield. And he looks at strike 1 from Reed-Miller. No balls and a strike to the leadoff man, Bennett Hostetler. And the pitch, and this one's hit out into right field, going into foul territory. Laguerre on the run, overran it, comes back and makes the catch. Johnny Laguerre ran it down, in fact, almost overran it. He makes the grab. Reed-Miller retires the A's, 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 7. Tanner White to lead it off for El Dorado in the bottom of the 8th inning. And he looks at strike one. Noten was really good here Friday night. He's been good through his first 2 innings here tonight. Hadn't given up a hit. 1 walk and 1 Bronco reached on an error. White hits it out into center field. Weiss ranging back and will make the catch. So a couple of deep flyouts to center field tonight for Tanner. 1 away, and here comes Mason Goad. Mason Goad on the season hitting .210. 81 at bats, 17 hits. And Goad hits one out into right center field. Weiss ranging over, still coming, and a sliding catch. He dropped it. Goad still on the move. Mason on his way to third, and he is safe. Mason Goad with a, got to be a triple. Good effort by Weiss out there. He very nearly came up with a great catch, but the Broncos have the go-ahead run at third base. And here comes Tyler Bailey. The infield will come in for Dodge City. Although Hostetler right around middle, he continues to creep in. So Tyler Bailey. He's got a couple of singles tonight, reached on an error and walked. He's been on base all 4 times tonight. And the curveball in there. Looked tantalizing, at least up here. No balls and a strike. So Mason Goad with his second triple of the summer. And Bailey just reaches out, dunks it out into right field. And Mason Goad will come in. He didn't hit it hard, but he hit it in the right spot. An RBI single for Bailey. And El Dorado leads 8-7.
Number 4, Jarrett Coyne.
Here's Jarrett Coyne. Bailey takes a short lead and the pitch to Coyne, and he tried to go the other way, and he fouled it out of play. No balls and a strike. Coyne tonight singled and scored in the first. Then hit into a double play, a fielder's choice, and struck out looking his last time. And last time was against this pitcher, Noten. No balls and a strike to Coyne. Bailey on the move, a chopper up the middle. Mosley barehands it, and he's able to throw it Coyne, but moving down to second base is Bailey. So 2 away, and here comes Aaron Mack. Aaron Mack seems due to me. He had a double back in the first inning, but last couple of bats haven't been Aaron Mack style. First pitch to Mack. He swings right over the top of that one. Strike one. Garrett Glass still warming down in the pen for the Broncos. Good to see DJ Gasso collecting money tonight along with Hunter Larson. Here's the 0-1, fouled off, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes here to Aaron Mack. He'll have to battle now down in a 2-strike hole. And the pitch is high and away, ball 1. Broncos have taken the lead here in the 8th, 8-7 El Dorado. And here comes the 1-2. And Mack little late on that swing and fouled it off. So still 1-2. Aaron Mack out of Madison, Wisconsin. Came into play tonight hitting .327. 16 RBIs. Second on the team behind Kyle Barfield. Crosby is catching now for Dodge City. He came in and hit last inning for Garcia. Off day tomorrow. We're back on the YouTube airwaves Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the Great Bend Batcats. New team in the league this year. And currently the team the Broncos are chasing for 5th place. Here's the 1-2 to Mack, and that one's in there for strike 3. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, 1 left. El Dorado will try to close it out in the 9th. They lead 8-7. So Garrett Glass comes out to try to close it out for El Dorado. It's been a roller coaster kind of a game. The Broncos led 3-0 after 1, 5-3 after 2. They fell behind 7-5, tied it at 7, and reclaimed the lead with a 1 run in the 8th inning. 2, 3, and 4 up for Dodge City. Dakota Connors. Fifteenth appearance for Glass on the season. He goes with the slow curve in there for strike 1. Glass has a 3-win, 3-loss record, and he has 3 saves. 30 1/3 innings of work, 28 hits, 17 earned runs, 12 walks, 18 strikeouts. And the 0-1 pitch to Connors, and that one just missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Leadoff batter, so important every inning, but it seems even more so when you get into the 9th inning with a lead. And the 1-1. Low, 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. And Connors flips this one foul, and that's going to get just on the other side of the fence, out of play. here Friday night got the loss. He was greeted by back-to-back singles. Had a shutdown ninth inning, but Dodge City did their damage in the eighth. And Connors hits one out into shallow right field. Laguerre is right under it, and John Laguerre makes the catch for the first out.
Here's the winning 50-50 ticket, 236-797. 236-797. Please come to the press box.
So here's Carlos Mosley.
13, Carlos Mosley.
Mosley is 2 for 3 tonight, a single, an RBI double, a run scored, and a walk. Grounded out to short as last time. And the pitch from Glass. This one's popped up on the infield. Schenker underneath it and makes the catch. So Glass has retired the first two. He's got more work to do here with Austin Feist. El Dorado trying to make it 5 out of 6 here on this homestand. Of course, Liberal, Derby, and Hayes all rooting for El Dorado right now. 2 away for Dodge in the ninth. First pitch to Feist, bounces in, 1-0. Feist, a solid hitter, 346. He has 4 homers on the season. 36 hits, 104 at bats. And the 1-0 pitch from Glass, and that one's a little high, 2-0. Logan Brown, another tough out, waits on deck. Here's the 2-0, and Feist fouled that twice. Fouled it out in front, and then his follow-through fouled it again. 2 balls and 1 strike. Garrett Glass winds and deals, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Garrett Glass from Inola, Oklahoma. Goes to school here in El Dorado at Butler County. Deuce is wild here on Austin Feist. 2 for 4 on the night is Feist. And the pitch for Glass. Out in front, and Feist fouls it on the left side. Ball ricocheted into play, so one of the Broncos runs it down. A's down to their last strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Glass, and nearly hit him. 3-2. And the full count. It's grounded out to short. Bailey fields it. Quick throw over to first. And Schenker with the catch, and the Broncos win. 8-7. El Dorado wins, and they take 2 out of 3 from a very good Dodge City team. Bailey wouldn't hit that sharply out to him, had to make a quick exchange, and he did. So the Broncos, let's see, there's the line score for you. 8 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for El Dorado. 7 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for Dodge City. The winning pitcher tonight is Avery Reedmiller. The losing pitcher is Brock Noten. And Garrett Glass picks up his 4th save of the season. Next time we'll see you is on Tuesday. The Great Bend Batcats swept Liberal. They won tonight, so we'll see a hot Great Bend team coming into town here on Tuesday night. And that series will be big if El Dorado would like to move up into the 5th place spot in the Jayhawk standings. 8-7, El Dorado wins. It was a great Parents' Weekend. Honored the veterans last night. Certainly a lot of fun. And El Dorado won 2 out of 3 in this series. Off day tomorrow. We're back on the air. It's 7 o'clock here on Tuesday night. Great Bend at El Dorado. thank you so much for all your emails tonight. Always a pleasure to visit with you, our terrific fan base. Until Tuesday night, have a great rest of your Sunday. Kurt Caden bidding you good night from El Dorado.